Hello, what's up, creators? My name is Miles, brother Miles, and I'm here in this amazing music studio that is my father's man cave. Here's my father. Boom. Yep. Guy Matthews. We're in his little studio here in Santa Cruz, California. So that's amazing. And you want to say anything?
Yeah, no, welcome to the man cave.
Let's go. Come on. Yeah, it feels good to be in a man cave. A man cave. Every man needs a man cave, okay? He needs one to be himself where he can just be himself and be with his men, his brothers. And we're here. We're gonna so the focus of today's video. Okay, we'll talk about the man caves at a different time, but they're good things. So okay, let's get serious. The focus of today's video, I'm going to talk about the creator economy. So I'm talking about the creator economy today, and I was told my dad's interested in actually doing some his own like music stuff, like actually kind of giving a showing of this whole tone piano, and so he wants to like sort of teach it because it's really interesting instrument. It has every key black, every other key is black and white, and so then it makes the notation really easy to translate into these scales, to read music a lot easier. Um, so he's kind of anyway. There's a lot to be said about that, but he's interested in teaching people how to use. There's only like 3 of these in the world, and then he's built some that are electronic now. So it's amazing and a really gift to it can open up different ways to play music and think about music, to write music, like that. Like so it's kind of like anything in life. Like I find like when I learn a new skill, like I get to learn, like it helps me with other skills. Like if I paint and make art, but then I learn how to do like house painting, I'm like, oh my God, I can paint so differently now when I do fine art painting. Or like if I make mosaic art, then I learned like, oh wow, I kind of abstracted a lot of my acrylic painting. Anyway, so it's like that. Like so, when I learned a little bit on this whole tone piano, it's like, oh, my guitar like is a different now, and so it's like this creative spark that I want to touch upon in the topic of this video, because we're going to be taking a deep dive into the creator economy. Okay, so we're going to talk about how creators, mainly about YouTube, and how creators use YouTube to really find creativity in life, to really expand their creative spark and their circle of influence, their whole way of realize like the potential that they have to expand a message, to be creative, to the creator economy can be, it's so diverse now in this day and age with YouTube and the internet. It can be a chef, it can be an artist, it can be a musician. The main one I'm going to talk about are like these guys who and girls who just actually just make YouTube videos that are just funny, or somewhat like kind of charity based, or just like because they can, or they're travel based in a way. They sort of just realize like, wow, they just love making videos, and they had a message, and they're not really one topic. There's different there are different topics that we're going to talk about today, like the streaming YouTubers, the streamer economy. There's like just chatting streaming, there's gaming streaming, there's like chess. This world is so deep, and the more I go into it, the more it reveals itself. So in today's video, I'm just going to tell you about my experience with the creator economy and how I became so inspired by it. Okay, so I'm going to show some clips on YouTube, and let's go into the YouTube a little bit here. Okay, so my dad's gonna be taking notes because he's interested in about this this topic. So we have here a YouTube kind of scene right now. So this is what happens when I log into my YouTube. I'm streaming this on, and it's kind of got all these different like ways I can stream it. But let's go to YouTube. I want to talk about how I learned about the creator economy. I learned about the creator economy because I was sort of needing some cash money. And I'm like, I know there's a different way out there than working a 9 to 5 slave job in the matrix. I'm not hating on hard work. Hard work's amazing, but I knew for me working for someone else that I don't like just doing something to get a paycheck that I didn't want. I knew I had passion that I could expand, and I'm worth more than working like a $20 an hour, 25 an hour, even $30 an hour job. Because at the end of the day, like rent piles up and my bills, I just know there's a different way out there. So I started looking at how to make money on the internet, and I went to YouTube. Grandfather teacher internet. So I said, how do I make money online on YouTube? So the first person that I saw who was my inspiration for the creator economy was this man named Alex Hormozi. Okay, so Alex Hormozi is a funny guy. Let's just take a look at Alex Hormozi. So Alex Hormozi, it's, all these, most of the people I'm going to talk about others are pretty famous. Here's Hormozi. He's just like, he's a bodybuilder, and he has this thing called what's it called? Acquisition.com, where he's like, if you're making $1 million to 10 million, like I'll help you make to 100 million. That's his business plan. But the video I saw, so that's Alex Hormozi. The video I wanted to show you though, he has this thing called this really cool pyramid. He talks about this. So this is a great.
When I was 27 years old, I had just sold all of my gyms and put all of my money into a new venture and lost all of it. And so
Alex Hormozi started by scaling up these gyms. He had this plan to scale these gyms up, and he had this gym thing, and so he did the gym launch, he called it. There's other videos I highly recommend watching. I'm just gonna touch upon some of these videos here, but I have a playlist under my YouTube account, Miles Matthews, with all these different creator economy videos. And so you can watch Alex, or you just look up Alex Hormozi, his keynote speaker. One of his keynote addresses talks about his history. But this really stuck with me. I'm going to skip to where he talks about this so this is his pyramid scheme.
$1,036 when I was 27 years old.
He tells his story, but he said how fortunes are made. Okay. This is this beautiful pyramid scheme that he has.
All right. It's one of the key things that we have to understand, and we'll try and break down crazy money. They cannot get wealthy, super wealthy. He didn't have to trade his own time for dollars. He was able to buy other leverages.
Okay, so because this video is 7 minutes long, I could do a whole lesson on this video, but this is talking about leveraging value. Okay, so it's how to, it's worth watching this 7-minute thing, but maybe we should just watch this. Well, so he talks, I'll just summarize it though, because you can watch it later, but he talks about this, on the bottom of the pyramid is labor. Okay, so this is this little pyramid he has, and it says how fortunes are made, money,
column, which is wealth.
And
is what you want. And that's why there's a difference between poor people
then on the bottom and now
do the right things. They can never reach wealth while they sleep, right? Generates money while they sleep, which is
okay. So on the bottom of the thing is called labor, and then the next one is called capital. And then at the top of the pyramid, it's code and media. So these are all those don't require leverage or permission. So if I'm going to if I need to leverage someone else's labor, I'm hiring someone to do work for me, right? I need their permission for them to go to work. I need to hire them. They need to come to work. Next is capital. I need someone, if I want to make money off of someone else's money, I need them to invest in me like a bank. But code, if I can write a piece of code that can, like software, like an app like Facebook or Twitter, and then have millions of users use it all the time, I don't need their permission. They choose to do it. And same with media, like the work, I do it once, like a YouTube video, I make it once, and then there's what we call a catalog value. So it just builds the views. I only need to do the work once, and it just keeps like compounding. Anyway, so check that video out on your own time. That was kind of a funky way to go into this thing about the creator economy, but I just wanted to mention that that's how I first learned about it, because I was interested in making money online. And then I learned about it, and then there's so many good, inspiring people who are very wealthy. I'm not trying to talk about money in this video, how to make money. It just started out that way. I'm rather just talking about creativity and like how to spread a message. But it definitely, the money kind of is part of it, because it allows for certain freedom in this. So that's Alex Hormozi. Watch that video. It's 7 minutes long. He does a way better job as explaining it than I can, clearly. That was my first taste into the creator economy. And then I realized that, like, he's right though. If I can, when about compounding the media that I create, I only have to create it once. And this is so clear with these creator economies, because they build their audience. They're so good at building an audience that just watches all of their videos. And so, like, you're like, but we are going to talk about money a little bit. So how do people make money on YouTube? Like, actually, how do they get paid? There's many different avenues to get paid on YouTube. The main one is most obvious, called AdSense, where YouTube pays me a certain amount of money based on every 1,000 view that I get. It's called the like CPM. Maybe it's something like that, like the click per mil or something. I don't know. Let's see what it's actually called. That's embarrassing. CPM YouTube. Is that what it's really called? Okay, yeah, it's called the CPM, but no, I should really know what that stands for. CPM. Maybe. Oh, why is it called? Okay, revenue per milli is RPM, and the CPM is. Yeah, what is CPM stand? Okay, cost per mil, right? It's cost per mil, like mil in Spanish and Latin is million, is 1,000. So it's like the CPM. So that's how much the advertisers are spending money on YouTube. So people have different CPMs though, based on their topic. So if I'm doing a topic on just like travel or whatever, it's low CPM, like $3. But if I make it a topic about money, for some reason, that's a high CPM, like $60. So I get paid $60 per 1,000 view. So if I have 1,000 views, then I get $60. That's really high tier. The normal one's like $3 to $5, $10 maybe. Because there's more advertiser, like finance companies are want to target my audience more, because I'm worth more to them, because I have content that's about a higher pay grade. Does that make sense? So like insurance companies. All right. And then, so that's the CPM. So if I have, like, let's say I have a 5 CPM, then if I have 1,000 views, I get $5. If I have 10,000 views, $50, 100,000 views, $500, 1,000,000 views, $5,000, right? It's not hard. It's not easy to get 1,000,000 views, but if I do, I'll get $5,000. And then if I get 10 million views, I get $50,000. So that's kind of how this game works. And if I get, 100 million views, which is, people do it, then I get $500,000, which is not, that's just how this works when it's not a staggering number, but it's sort of like a slow, another thing about this thing is a very slow game. That's important in investing in general, in money making. The timeline is very slow. When I have a timeline that's a 10-year timeline or a 20-year timeline or a 50-year timeline or a 100-year timeline. The decisions I make about money are much more long-term and sustainable. Like I'm not gonna like I would if I had a I just want that fast money, then I know I'm not gonna do business practices that are like that. YouTube is growing a channel on YouTube is a very slow game. You see creators or a young kid, or you see creators who are crushing it, and it's like, wow, that guy can just make any YouTube video and just get like a really good amount, like 100,000 views. It's like, no, dude, that guy was hustling his whole life, making that. So, but look at what pays off, once it gets rocking, then there's a lot of value to be added. So that's Alex Hormozi. He was the first one I won. And then I was like, who's on top of this game or whatever? Who's like who's the most successful or who has the most views? And then of course we're gonna, you can't talk about YouTube without talking about the YouTube himself, the one on top, Mr. Beast, okay? Mr. Beast. This is Mr. Beast. He's Mr. Beast. Subscribe for a cookie. Look, 156 million subscribers. He's funny. So Mr. Beast grew up in North Carolina with like no friends, and not because he's not a cool guy, but he just, okay, I don't want to diss Mr. Beast. Like that sounds like a diss. Mr. Beast was obsessed with YouTube all the time. He would just go on YouTube. Imagine that. You're growing up in North Carolina, and anyway, he started making videos. They're super funny. Check him out because he's like a little kid. He's like, I would like, maybe one day I'll have 1 million views, and now it has like 1 million views. Like, so just clearly like a real thinker. Always was just pushing the envelope. Started out making videos like how to cut a table in half with a plastic knife, a plastic table, or like counting to 100,000. It's like these hours. These are called like perseverance videos or whatever, or like saying PewDiePie's name 100,000 times. So he's funny. Let's see. So that's Mr. Beast. You can watch his videos. Now he does a lot of charity work. Okay. So he's kind of the top, like, and this world is so vast. Okay. But I want to show you this. This is my channel. And I would only showing you this because I have a playlist called The Creator Economy. So here's where you can watch all this, how I received my education on YouTube was through all these videos. So I watched all these videos, and that's how I learned how to do YouTube. That's how I learned about the creator economy. So there's all sorts of things. The next kid I learned about, actually, these two guys called Colin and Samir. They're funny. They interview people, and I watched their interviews with Mr. Beast. And then I watched their interviews with this with Ludwig.
And hard. Twitch streamers are like barely able to survive as humans.
So that's a very old interview with Ludwig. So then I learned about streaming, and then I learned about Twitch. Twitch is another platform that it pays people like $2 per sub, which means subscriber. Ludwig's super funny. This kid's so funny. He's a gamer. But he's into esports. But he had this thing where it all started with this guy named Justin TV, who just decided to stream his whole life and never turn the camera off. Twitch is different than YouTube, but Justin TV became this platform called Twitch, and Ludwig did this subathon where he just put the camera on for 24 hours, and it lasted a month. It would had this countdown, and if no one subbed, it would go off, and he broke the record. He became the highest Twitch streamer, but then he signed a contract with YouTube. There's a great interview with him. I believe it's in this, playlist here that is with the old CEO of YouTube and Ludwig talking and just going off. So that's Ludwig, but the Twitch economy is so huge. So okay, so that's Ludwig, and so this is another wormhole. It's like called the streamer wormhole. Or it's not a wormhole, it's a rabbit hole. Okay, it's like the streamers, these guys who just stream their life, and there's all sorts of stuff on this whole like world. Like a bunch of people just do just chatting where they talk about politics, and people watch them. People are so passionate about them that they just like want to hear where they give the news from. They trust them. What happens is their reputation is so powerful. They have to be so honest because they know how important their reputation is to them. So so that's Ludwig, and there's cool other ones. And then there's this thing called the Streamer Awards, and all these guys have millions of followers and stuff. Like chess is really popular. That's kind of funny in the streamer. Like people play chess now online and watch videos about it. Then there's all this thing called boxing. Okay, there's like chess boxing, and then so there's boxing became popular. Like, man, I can't believe I haven't watched I haven't looked at this playlist in a while. I should really update it because it was kind of back in the day when I was first doing that, and I realized there's like way more than like I want to talk about it. So another kind of funny, like what happens is people like it really changes lives. This whole like this is this woman who's named Charlie D'Amelio, and she was just posting like little videos of her dancing like on TikTok, right? But then like let's just watch this like clip from this thing. This is
So
Colin and Amir again talking about this this Charlie D'Amelio.
it's like obviously less friction, but that's the amount of people who are choosing.
So look at these subscribers. Netflix, 200 million, Hulu, 50 million, Charlie D'Amelio.
To follow.
She's like up almost as to Netflix. So like that's the power that these people have. Right? And she's just a young kid. This kind of interview is like how she kind of lost her childhood. She like her parents, like then the camera never turned off, and then she got, and then like it's all revolves around her.
Where if he was pulled out, it would be really
So that-
substantial, but the rest of Barstool would still exist.
That's like a typical
the
company.
D'Amelios, the D'Amelio Family Enterprise, I think that's what their company is called. But that is just like if Charlie leaves, the company's
It's
gone.
kind of like that, right? That's a great graphic. And like so the point is like so that's a really cool like, and then her life's changed. She's like such a celebrity, and all she did was post videos to TikTok for a while, and then now she's like a multimillionaire, crazy stuff. That's an important person to know. There's like so many stories like this that are just like, okay, so let's go back. And what happens is like there's this other kid named Ryan Trahan,
This is going to sound
Who's
crazy, I think, but I
super
would say for the
cool.
past year,
This is a
happened
good
since then.
channel to know called the Creator Economics, because that's Mr. Beast's manager. Okay, so right there. So what happens is all these guys, and then he's doing interviews like Creator Economics, 20K subs. This is like a great interview to watch because they're really smart. These two are like at the forefront of YouTube, So this guy's Ryan Trahan, super popular, maybe 20 million subs, like was a runner in high school, like ran like a 4-minute mile almost. And that's Mr. Beast's manager. So what happens is like these guys, what happens is they become, as they grow, another way to make money on YouTube is brand deals. There's brand deals, and there's like affiliate marketing where it's like, here, check out this product, make a video about it, and then leave a review, and like you can buy it here, and then in the description, and then every person that clicks on that gets some, you get some revenue from that. That's affiliate marketing. Brand deals are like, someone approaches me and like they're like, hey, I like what you do. You make videos about art. Like, here's a make some videos about my paintbrush. Like, give a shout out to on my paintbrushes, and we'll give you a bunch of money or a free paintbrushes. Those are brand deals. But what happens is like when these guys get super popular, they sort of say like, wait, why would I be repping your company's like thing where I can just make my own company and advertise it myself? When these guys get really big, and that's seen with Mr. Beast, most especially in these two products that he has called Beast Burger and Feastables. Beast Burger is a viral kitchen, viral dining concepts that any restaurant can just like say they want to sell Beast Burgers, and then they can start selling them. And then that's his manager right there. And then Feastables is like a candy. It's like a chocolate company. And I've been in my local Safeway and see Feastables everywhere now. They're so funny. So like they like create these companies, and they start to become the venture capitalists themselves. And so they end up having a lot of wealth. Another funny thing are what happened with this creator economy is like I'm looking for this one about like the Logan brothers, like how a lot of this is more, I'm realizing this thing needs to be a little bit like edited, this playlist here. But there's one with the Logan brothers. Let's see that thing. This is such a funny video. It's about I thought it was Colin and Samir, but this guy yeah, this is such a funny video. It's called How Jake Paul Broke the Boxing Industry. So let's hopefully can add that to my playlist right now. Great. So it talks about
Like, oh, we're changing boxing, or
the boxing industry was broken. It was dying, right? This is recently. And then this is Jake Paul. He has a brother, Logan Paul. They made all these parody songs. They're super popular on YouTube.
It's dirty. It feels like watching getting into the.
He kind of
Start with Joe.
this guy actually was the first dude who this in 2017. He like challenged his friend to go box on YouTube, and then they were like, okay, and it was like a big thing. Like it gave popularity. And then next, so yeah, there it is, like boxing match. And of course, the guy's kind of pissed off because he doesn't get any credit. Well, I'm not sure.
It's literally two people putting everything on the line, right? You get knocked out, you're a meme. You know what I mean? Like you're risking your reputation, your dignity, all that. So like, it kind of is the perfect thing to like be a big spectacle and cause the world to stop. Because if you get two titans or two big, names that a lot of people know of, and they're both like, hey, we're willing to risk it all. Of course, like it's the perfect formula to be a big spectacle.
But the more you care about
That's
the people in
funny.
the ring, the more interesting the match gets.
That's good. So there you have it from Mr. Beast himself in Colin and Samir's video. Mr. Beast with his Street Fighter shirt on. That's an interview that he just had in that new studio that he built in North Carolina. And that's a great interview. It's like 2 hours. So, right, that's kind of what people want online. They want like something, it's like us versus them, like a winner loser, where it's like gets hype. Like YouTube videos, they want good tension. They want a good story, and they usually want like a protagonist and an antagonist, and they want some tension somehow. They want like a mystery or like a quest or a prank. That's why like these like boxings are so important, or like even like rock, paper, scissors, or like little small things. They want like tension, right? And people to get anyway. The boxing thing's funny. So then what happened was, dude, these guys like saved boxing. It was dead. Like the course is like Muhammad Ali and stuff.
After Ali, it was very clear. The bigger the personality, the bigger the check, and the bigger that the sport of boxing would become.
Dang, look at all that cash, dude.
After Ali, it
Yeah.
was very clear. The bigger the personality, the bigger the check,
Dude, the lions, white lions.
the bigger that the sport of boxing.
Look at that. It's a bunch of cash.
They call me Money Mayweather for a reason, you know. It feels so good to be at the top. Mayweather picking up the pace.
Oh.
This was my last fight.
The
Gnarly.
industry didn't exist for my
Iconic moment in internet history.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the polls. Great moment. Great moment. So when KSI called out
So this kid, KSI, this creator called out
the polls, they accepted hitting Logan versus
that was it. That saved boxing.
KSI.
Boxing was dead.
Jake versus KSI's brother Deji on the undercard.
we can't ignore the became a very
Now, for two guys looking for a new
First
narrative,
match they had was a draw.
this fight took place
It was like with the head, these helmets on. But then they went hard, and then it became like a huge thing. Like this thing was huge, and then boxing like became popular again in the world. And like these guys, anyway, these guys made boxing popular. This just goes to show you like what is the potential. I digress, but that was just a short like what is the potential of YouTube. I want to talk a little bit more. Let's see, we're at half an hour, and I want to also talk about, but like these guys, they end up just like having careers for themselves. Let's see. This other funny video is like the YouTube. I'm just gonna talk about my friend here. Actually, we're gonna go to another creator. This guy's named Charlie Chang. Dude, Charlie, shout out to you, buddy. Crushing it. 971. A couple weeks ago, you were at 900,000, baby. Let's go. I went to high school with this kid. My buddy. We used to play ping pong and jump on the trampoline. It was good to see you. Crushing it, bro. So Charlie makes videos about personal finance, entrepreneurship, and investing, which is like the top CPM. So this is a YouTube channel. This is what it looks like when you go to someone's channel. There's their banner, there's their profile, there's their username, there's their subscriber count, how many videos, and a short description or a long one. Charlie's a hustler, okay? He's works. My favorite video from Charlie, and then there's the latest videos and the popular videos that they have. So this is one of the most views and the latest ones that they're uploading. My favorite video from Charlie is, well, the first video that I saw from Charlie is his 6 a.m. routine, baby. Where is it? Nah, man, this guy's got so many videos. A real knows what to do in the YouTube sphere. Like doing great. 452. I love this.
Probably one of the hardest things I do the entire day.
So this is Charlie's miracle morning routine.
When I think of my ideal morning routine, I try and picture something that's straight from a movie scene. A ton of action and things that I'd be proud of looking back.
Straight from a movie scene. See all those like cuts, like boom, boom, boom. Like look how fast. Bah, bah, bah. People need that to stay entertained. Charlie talks about the miracle morning, getting up at 4:52 a.m., taking an ice bath, dude, going to the gym, doing his pre-workout, going on a run.
Lateral races. I did a lot of fly movements. I'm
Look
a
at that.
big fan of those.
Buff,
To get
bro.
through the rest of the day. So let's go back and finish the workout.
Let's go back, finish the workout, and then keep crushing it on YouTube.
Wake up.
This
And if you
kid's
guys
smart.
decide to get the day started normally. This is just my morning 6 p.m. And if you can segment it that way, I
He's
guarantee
like,
you-
I got like 3 different days in my day.
At my first day,
He's like,
morning, at my
Like-
second day, which is from morning until about
Like
lunchtime,
I
and my
I
third day
live
is my
3
work
days
session
and
after
you
lunch.
live 1. So funny. My
Okay,
my
this
friend,
is
come on, where you
for
at?
the
Where you at,
personal
Charlie?
highlights
Let's
of
hang
my
out.
singing.
But dude, this guy is crushing it straight up because his CPM, he makes that was just his Miracle Morning, but most of his videos are about finance. His classic video is just like asking people what they do for a living. Look, 2.3 million views at the gym. And that has like $60 per mil. So that video alone made him $600,000 or something like that.
Go.
That'd be right. If that was 50K. Sorry, I'm not really trying to like talk about money, but if he made $50 per thousand, that's 500 per 10,000, 5,000 for 100,000, and 50,000 for a million. So that made him $100,000 that video alone. Not to mention the brand deals, the affiliated marketing. And look, he made that video once and it'll just keep growing. That's why like this guy's that's why that's this man, he says like I'm gonna make $100 million by the time to 2025. There's videos that he's saying that. On all these videos have 2.5 million views. So 100,000 there, 100,000 there, bum, 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 like 100 just keeps going. So this is my buddy. He's doing great work, but he's also teaching people how to like be financially free or secure. Like he's very transparent with his cash. That's why I'm kind of like talking about him like that, transparent too. But he tells people how to. This is another great video. Is 12 sources of income. Definitely watch that video. He just tells people how to be like wealthy and like be free on a YouTube. He tells people how to be YouTubers too. So we're all in the schoolroom, or those who that's your intention, like more power to you. Let's see, his latest videos are like, he does this cold bath therapy. This is so cool. He's talking about ice baths. Once I started watching Charlie's videos, I was like, dude, I will do the ice bath. I'll wake up at 5. I'll go to the gym. I started like doing everything he would do because I was like, I want to hustle and like crush it. And it changed my life too. I read the book, The Miracle Morning. It's a great book. But look, it only has like 4,000 views. Like all the other videos he gets, they're like, I guess that's kind of, yeah, he's doing his thing anyway. But it's like people just want to learn about money, I guess. But anyway, there's all different types of videos. So that's Charlie Chang. Another funny guy is Jordan. God, what's this guy's name? Oh my God. Jordan something. Charlie, keep rocking it. Jordan Peterson, I think maybe. Is that right? No, sorry. Jordan YouTube. Sorry. Man, what was this guy's name? Jordan? How did I find about Jordan? Okay, so look, I watched. See, if you go to my YouTube, this is my YouTube homepage. Here's all the videos that I'm interested in. They're like about money and like the creator economy. So that's kind of funny, but okay, sorry. There's like some butts on my homepage, but it's not. I don't watch butts. It says, "Oh, that's who I'm talking about." Jordan Welch. How OnlyFans made him a millionaire. So there's this thing called OnlyFans. I tell you, there's a lot of rabbit holes in this whole scene. It's like it's kind of dirty, but people are millionaires. We're not gonna watch this video, but this Jordan Welch, this guy's good too. Young kid, just reached a mill, kind of similar as Charlie, and just super cool, like hustler. You watch the one I like is his story, the one where it's like he tells his story. This one's good too. Ask Millionaires. He just went to like a YouTube conference and he's like, the video is literally just asking millionaires like, hey, or YouTube.
What's the most you've generated in a month from your YouTube channel? Oh man. This month, I would just say our biggest month in the
So he's just at this big YouTube conference and they just like, that's what they do. They travel and they're like, let's make a video. and they just look. That's such a cool video. I love this video. How many views? 2.5 million views 7 months ago, and these are like the top YouTubers. Like, there's Charlie. Like, see, I think I found like.
Earlier this year, we did 245,000.
And with how many subscribers?
I have 800,000 now, so around
$240,000 was his best month. That's my buddy. And where's our other? So there's Ryan.
Creator Studio, I started freaking out. But I think the memory I actually have is until you made your first dollar from YouTube.
Oh, I probably made like 200 videos or 300 videos before I ever made $1 from YouTube.
Do you remember when that first dollar was?
I remember it.
So that's Arak, who's like a funny YouTube creator. He's like Mr. Beast, good friends. All these guys are super good friends with each other. He's a pranker and like just wants to like let's make the biggest pizza. Like they have just so much freedom to do. All they try and do is just the funniest creative thing. He was really smart about like being like, there's no limit. You know, he's like, we can do anything we want. Like, let's hire a bunch of people. Let's like do all the funniest things we can ever do in life. So this is a fun video to watch about from Jordan. Like,
Extremely vividly. Yeah, of course. I made 7 cents on January 1st of 2020, where I monetized my channel for the first time. And it was the most valuable 7 cents I ever made in my entire life.
But that wasn't too long ago.
7 cents in 2020 was his first paycheck from YouTube. So in 2 years, this guy.
Yeah, that was literally like 2 years ago. Yeah.
And now 2 years later, you're spending crazy money on
I did this one, rent out an entire airplane, but I got scammed the first time and
I was
lost.
there, by the way.
You were there for that. That's right. So I just got scammed out of 30K, and then I had to do it again for another 40,000. It's probably $90,000 on that video.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the most you've generated in a month from your YouTube channel?
Oh man. Do I want to tell them? I think my best month was probably like 480K off of AdSense.
Wow. Just 2 years ago, you made your first 7 cents.
Yeah.
And now you're doing multiple.
Yeah. It's not about the money. It's about the creativity, right? Like these guys are so funny. They're so good at captivating an audience, at expanding a message. The money is not, it's a reward for bringing value to people's lives. If I want to make money, I don't look for money. I look for problems so I can give them solutions, right? These guys, the problem that they found was people are bored and they gave them solution of entertainment. Or the problem that they found was people don't understand money or how to use technology to leverage their time, and they gave them a solution. They gave them the solution of the internet. They gave them solution of YouTube. That was the problem that they solved for people. They gave them solution of not paying $50,000 to go to college to learn about things. So the value that the money that they made is because they've added so much value to people's lives. And you might be like, oh, these guys just make funny videos. It's like, yeah, but they make funny videos. People will laugh at them because they're good. They're entertaining. People like them. Their attention is a very valuable commodity. It's one of the most valuable commodities that is out there these days. Where I place my attention determines my experience. And so all these creators realize that. And so do all these people who pay for all these advertisers. Just look at the world we live in. You know, it's an interesting world. There's a lot of eyeballs out there. So there's a lot going on in YouTube. You know, there's some not exactly nice stuff that goes on. There's a lot of drama on YouTube or Twitter or like these other streaming places. There's kind of like some more, it's pretty free scene, and people are always trying to push the limits of like what is possible. But because there's no control in a way, there's people have they have their own voice, and in a world where money can really buy people's influence in the news, in the media, is not exactly a healthy thing. So it's important that people receive quality videos. YouTube, I believe it's replacing. It's first of all, it's the best social network to monetize, like Instagram and Facebook. No one makes money off of that stuff. YouTube is pretty easy to do so. It's installed on every Android device. You know, I think there's like half a billion or like 3.5 billion users. So half the world's population. So YouTube is it has a lot of power. And let's see, what do I want to say? So oh yeah, so and then there's kind of weird stuff on YouTube. There's like that OnlyFans stuff. Let's keep it of the light though. More recently, I stumbled upon this other creator from Jordan's videos. This guy, his name's
What's good, y'all? I just made it all the way out here to Switzerland to meet up with my boy Luke Belmar.
Luke Belmar in Zermatt, Switzerland. Zermatt, Switzerland.
Already know him. He generated tens of millions of dollars on the internet in his 20s, and I got him.
So there's like another thing that's like all this drop shipping, where it's like how to make like there's not YouTube's relatively like not as easy to make money off of, but there's different ways to make money online. Obviously, one example is drop shipping, which is like buying ads to ship stuff from China to people for like $15, where it only cost me 15 cents to make. So a lot, or crypto, there's a lot of different stuff that people make money online, or AI, using AI to do stuff, website building. There's all sorts of different ways to make money. Some of these younger kids, though, they make a bunch of money. Luke Belmar, though, he is funny. He's crazy. So Jordan goes out. This is how these guys do it. They just like, I'm going to see my buddy and we'll make a video. And it's got like almost 500,000 views. So he's like,
for anybody on this channel. Today's going to be insane. Stay tuned. This one's going to be a bang.
So that's Luke and Jordan. They're just going snowboarding.
Jordan, welcome to Switzerland, brother.
The first thing I want to get into is how
Luke is a very humble, he's like a very stalwart, stoic man, you'll find out. But
drop shipping, earn more money in e-commerce.
He talks about good things. So this is good. This is what's in his wallet.
1 kilo of silver. You're going to have 10,000 Swiss francs because Switzerland is the banking capital of the world. You're going to have 10,000 US dollars because the United States is the military superpower of the world. And you're going to have 10,000 Singaporean dollars because Singaporean dollars are the least inflated currency, and have some Bitcoin. And I think that's a good basket of assets if World War III hits.
Don't leave it here.
There you go. There's your basket of assets for World War III and beyond. So it's like, they're like, how we need a plot for the video that we make. Dude, let's just go take the gondola.
Is the best route for people to take if they're just getting started and want to make some money on the internet.
TikTok UGC, running an e-commerce store, something branded, getting your foot in.
So Luke is just dropping knowledge this whole video. You could watch it. But my favorite part is when they get to this sweet mountain.
All right, bro, as we sit on top.
Let's see. Let's make it bigger. Sorry about that.
Top of this mountain.
God's creation, brother.
My question for you is,
How
what was the
beautiful that is.
lowest moment in your life?
The lowest point in my life, brother, was
So they're on this super beautiful mountain. Look at that. Gorgeous.
when I decided to endeavor into entrepreneurship, and my family kind of rejected it. My parents kind of went away. My family kind of went away, and I was in it for myself. You know, they said, go get a job, do the 9-to-5, do the traditional stuff. And if you don't do that, it felt kind of like they isolated me alone. It was about 1.5 years, but I realized that it was the necessary thing in order to get to the next level. And I know a ton of people go through it, bro, that having your family hold you back. It was a low point, but now they know the truth. They realize that I was right, and we're moving forward.
How did you push past that?
He's humble though, you know, like he's like his message. These guys, they understand, like when we get to the top of the mountain, there's another mountain that we see that's higher up. So it keeps us humble. like in any skill that I gain that I put a lot of time into it, whether it's surfing or playing guitar or making art, it's like, or making, yoga or doing like making math or whatever it is, like making YouTube videos. It's like, the reason I don't get so arrogant is because like once I get to a higher place, like I realize that there's a higher mountain. And so it just humbles me even more. So these guys, they don't care about the money. They just want to wake people up. Luke, he wants to wake people up, which is a beautiful thing.
Proving them not with my words, but with my actions. One direction. If you're at the bottom, reaching out, waiting for you to take control. Reaching out, his name is God. One way, but you got to look one direction. If you're at,
What do you say to them?
there's only one way, one direction. If you're at the bottom, there's only one way, but you got to look up. And when you look up, there's somebody there waiting for you. His name is God. And he's there with a hand, reaching out, waiting for you to take control of your life. Because I learned one very important lesson. Your relationship with God is like that of a captain and a crew member. One rows, the other one steers. But it's very interesting because many times in our life, we want to get confident and cocky and arrogant. And God says, I steer, but I do not row. We need to put in the work and God will guide. And that's the greatest lesson I've learned.
That's amazing, brother. You know,
This video,
him, his beauty, and what else is there, bro? I definitely don't want the Excel spreadsheets and the big bank accounts under fluorescent lights. I want to live a life of freedom, a life of impact, and a life that will leave change. And I know you do too, brother.
that's right. We're on that path together, my boy.
yes, sir. This is such a funny video.
Well,
Look, these guys are so cool, man. Look at that. They're like, they're out in Zermatt, Switzerland, like snowboarding, talking about like how to change the world. But they're spiritual beings. Look at it. Luke, he's like he's a Christian man. He's a good man. He talks about God and quotes the Bible in his work. And so I've just been following Luke recently, Luke Belmar. He's funny. He's interesting. Like he had some videos. He's not the highest, okay, he's doing pretty good actually. 200,000. That's good. His brother too, who's a yoga guy. And these guys are smart. Look at the videos that they make. They're like high quality. They take their time. They understand the cycles. They understand like what people want. See, like they make it look real nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another vlog. I'm Luke Belmar, for those that don't know me. We just touched down in beautiful Lyon, France, here to hang out and mastermind with some of my buddies, some of my business partners, and a lot of business savants that I've had the privilege of connecting with. And I wanted to bring you with me. I wanted you to...
I believe this guy's very smart. He's starting a capital club. This is his brother.
It's very interesting because I often get the question, hey, Mr. Belmar, how much can you squat? How much can you bench? How much? My friend, my question to you is, how much can you stretch? A flexible body equates to a flexible mind, equates to more money in my bank account.
I said, empty your mind. Look at that. Flexible body, flexible mind, more money in the bank account. These guys are funny. They're rocking it. They just go to cool places and make videos.
Palais Wilson named
He's
after
talking about the Palais
President
Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson, who was the guy that passed the Federal Reserve Act in 1913.
This guy's got some medicine out there for people, in his words, and his brother's cool too. So,
And you are most likely to thrive.
Depends on you, bro. We're trying it all, bro. We're trying it all. So like Tomahawk, the Oblak. Yeah. Oh, this one, and let's go for the T-bone. Perfect. I got
Very
you.
little pink. Thanks, G.
Got
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chef.
Thank you.
they kind of just film their life. That's like how they eat. Like he's like, yeah, I want that cut, and like that thing over there, like this, and then they just talk about like taking over the world in a good way with love. So these guys have made some interesting videos. Luke has, oops. This was one. He also kind of hangs out with the Tate brothers too. You can watch though. I kind of have a different opinion about the Tate brothers now after watching Luke's thing. Was it Oops. So this is also, yeah, this is his other channel, Capital Club Community, 14K. This is an interesting video that you could check out. Luke is very into talking about the underbelly situation of the world. So this is an interesting video. It's like an animation about just like, it's kind of graphic, but he's kind of doing what I'm doing. You know, we're doing these like,
What? We need to control guns.
so like doing, these are called
Why? Why is
reacting
this
videos
happening?
where people like make videos and react to things. Anyway, this is a gnarly video. I just watched this the other day. It's like a 45-minute like anime that kind of like exposes a lot about the world. And there's Luke talking about it. So yeah, that's something to check out. It's easy to get educated really quick on YouTube. You know, so that's something to watch. I can send you that. Anyway, that's the Luke Belmar guy. Yeah, see what happens is like all these guys are friends, and like one video leads to the next. So here's my home, and now it's like this is my home screen. Everybody's YouTube is the funny thing about YouTube is everybody's YouTube home screen looks very different. What they're into. I'm also into a lot of other stuff that doesn't come up here. This is just like my home screen. Like that's like a little bit more like entrepreneurial stuff.
Angels of love, come be with us.
This is what I'm actually into though. If I were to
Our hearts bright with your light as we sing your song through our darkest night. Legions of
this is what I'm actually into. All that other stuff is kind of just fun. Like in the permanent sense of reality, all that other stuff is just gonna fade away like sandcastles in the sea. You know, this whole like funny YouTube, but the spiritual path, singing together in community. Anyway, like this, I love this stuff. This is the Heart Center community. Like, who doesn't want to watch that? It's so beautiful. Look how cool these videos are from these guys too, by the way. This is a total different like where we're going, but that's just the power of the internet. It's not even about the creator economy, but I just want, it came up, so you know, I kind of had to show off like what another side of like what I talk about. You know, it's just beautiful songs. Oh my God. Look at that. I love this stuff. Oh, this is my favorite song. One of them. I guess this is.
Sound the trumpet and play the horn to see the coming of the dawn. This is the spirit, so sing your song. For with the masters you belong, and with the Elohim
Sorry. That's a totally different vibe. Anyway, but there's many paths, you know. I just had to show off that stuff. Well, let's get back to the creator economy, okay? That was just what came up. I was giving an example of what people's homepage looks like. You can check out the Heart Center if you want. It's not the right time or place to talk about that. But yeah, people's homepage. There's also kind of like cool, you know, stuff like that. This looks good. A film about.
For the past 2 years, my closest friend.
It's easy to get lost on YouTube, you know, but there's a bunch of cool people doing out there. So I just want, it's been an hour. Like that's my intention was, you know, watch YouTube, watch how these guys create a new economy. That's what really happens is a whole new economy that's emerging called the creator economy. And it's powerful. And, you know, it really empowers the individual to create abundance from themselves. It totally changed entrepreneurship, in my opinion, because all someone needed was a phone, and they could become they can have a career that can make like 50K a year, 100K a year, just on YouTube. That's more than people work on a 9 to 5. I was really inspired by this. I still pay attention to it kind of closely. I follow the creators. Check out the YouTube Streamer Awards and also the Streaming Awards. People really find their voice too. They become funny. Technology is powerful, and it really allows us to spread a message quick. And it's also a new game. We have to learn how to play with it in the rules that it has. So that was just a touch into my experience with the creator economy. Check out that playlist. There's a lot of different videos. I made a piece of art. I guess I'll show off that I made this piece of art for Mr. Beast. Oh, I make some art on my creator economy, adventures. I make those mosaics. So I wanted to show off this sweet mosaic that I made. Shout out to Mr. Beast, crushing it on YouTube. Showing how to, showing what's up. First, wanted to make 100 million subscribers. So I made this for you, buddy. I'm gonna send it your way. This big mosaic, trophy for you, play button that you made it, and you're, don't listen to the haters, keep living your mission, keep making fun art and fun videos, and living your truth, be free, inspire youth to rise up and be free and do whatever you want to do in life, man. Thanks for showing us that's possible, and just following your dream. So I made this sweet mosaic for you. I'm gonna send it your way. Bam, there you go. Yep. So yeah, well, that was a long video, but we kind of muscled through it, and we dozed off a couple times, but that's how it goes too. It's like that sometimes in life. But yeah, so what'd you think?
Yeah, interesting space, and that was I thought you showed kind of your exploration and how you got into it, and who are some of the main figures out there. So that's cool. Yeah, as you point out, the internet's is big, and there's it's a little baffling to me, but I'm of a different generation than you, so I kind of have to temper some of my enthusiasm just because I don't have the perspective that you
do. Yeah, well, keep shining, man. Shout out to Max and Marge Matthews too for being big movers in the first internet spaces, or at least in the computer music spaces. Shout out to Guy too. Matthews worked for Hewlett Packard back in the day. Grandfathering the internet. It is a big place, but shine your light. Bring your light to the world. The funny thing about making YouTube videos, we could do them for creativity or to inspire people. I kind of like them as a journal.
Sure.
Yeah. It's one day they're so cool like that. It's we get to there, to record, to document like my body of work. It's a portfolio, it's a journal, and it's kind of how cool and creative I am. That's the proof is in the views, and or in a way sometimes. But I like it for to document. Like it's like here's what I've been up to. Like people can look back on this one day and like say like wow, I can look back on it. Or people like can like watch it one day and like if they didn't know me at some point, they can learn a little bit about me, like experience my essence. You know, like in a long time, that's closer than not. There might be a different perspective around this too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll
Cool.
see you later. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a good one. Yeah, peace and love. You gonna play us out with something?
Sure. But I'll need your chair.
Yep. Bam! There you have it.
All right.
Go get them. You.